Your front door is locked, and your phone is switched off. It's match time, and nothing can come in the way of a head coach and his Blood Bowl.
And now that my microphone is plugged in, instead of it trying to pick up, I guess, the microphone in my camera or something, this should be better. Hi there, folks. This cable is the only one that's a little bit short to reach around the desk to the desktop. So by moving stuff around, I had apparently unplugged it briefly. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Sage streaming Blood Bowl 2. We're playing Bretonnians against Amazons in the Crendor League. Right, so this is my team. We're currently missing a blitzer as well as a blocker. We did skill up tackle, which is well timed because we're playing against Amazons. We have a guarder, and that's it. 910 plus 80k in bloody peasant. So that's 990, and we're up against 1220 because these Amazons are well developed. Mighty blow here, 2 guard there, 3 blocks here, and a bench, 4 rerolls. So, I kind of expect to lose this one, to be fair. Oh, he just messaged me saying, going to the bathroom and then I'll be ready. So, not that weird if this is not accepted just yet. Oh, there we go. That was a quick bathroom break. Wash your hands. All right. So, we get some play money then. I think so. I'm really good at forgetting things. I don't know if you know this or if I've mentioned this before, but it's kind of like a superpower. Right, that one. That one. That's fine. Wizard and a babe. Hello, GBK. Excellent timing. It's so warm. Before I start the stream, I always close the windows because noise levels from outside. And that combined with the lights, it's a lot. Right, so, Amazons. That's a Dutch word. Shirtless sage soon. We will receive. Yeah, we'll receive. Don't tell her that, Gadosh. She's not supposed to know about that. So we get to use 2 of our block on the line. We get to blitz a guarder. Or not. That looks more sensible, yeah. Right, so punch. Oi. Do we have someone who's like on? No. So this is where we blitz. Yeah, this guy's on 5, so if there's a punch, he should be the one to make it, I guess. That's definitely part of the reason why I'm playing them now, Ice House. So the Amazons get a perfect D. Ah, could be worse. That's illegal! That's not allowed.
That is profoundly patronizing.
I couldn't see what that was, but someone patronized me. Thank you, whoever just patronized me. Ah, goat! Thank you so much. The ball did not go in the tackler's hands, so that's good. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. Right, let's start here. Pow! There we go. Why is she not dead? Pow push is not good enough, of course. Do we want to blitz that then? Sure, why not? Well, that's disappointing. Try for a pow here. There we go. That's the stuff. But 2 knockdowns and no armor breaks. I've had better. The danger zones. Alright, let's see the pickup then. Pickup's bad. I think we can afford to let that bounce out of our hands here. Nah, this bounce is fine. I mean, honestly, say he would... Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he had straight up blitzed here with an assist there and there, then he could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not really that scary. Dirty player peasants are pretty good. But yeah, with with defenseless armor 7, it's pretty bad to have no bench and have a mighty blow girl blitz you every turn. So yeah, I anticipate we're going to have quite a hard time punching our way through them, because all we get is pushes a lot of the time. And the perfect defense makes it way easier for him to really get in my way as well. So that's going to be rough. Willing to give me a bunch of chances at POWs at least, so that's somewhat helpful. Now he has 2 guard, but this one is not actually positioned well. If these 2 have been swapped around, this would be harder to deal. Right, you get up. You punch her where it hurts. Where it hurts her, you cunt! Nope, doesn't hurt at all. Okay. That's sexist. Okay, acceptable, I suppose. Means we have an assist here. At least I have block and wrestle everywhere. That makes my life a lot easier. Well, Icehouse, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this stream is marked as 18+. Double skull even. Yep. Harsh dice so far. Perfect defense, no armor breaks, and skulls everywhere. At least my armor is holding. Yeah, we're gonna get some beat up peasants here. Probably a blitz. No, he's already blitzed. Bye, fat sniffer. So now we are outnumbered while receiving. So you're saying my compressor isn't doing as much as it should. Let's see. Because I've had to recalibrate this whole... Let's see, this is me talking in my normal tone of voice. Okay, this is me talking in my normal tone of voice, yeah. How bad was that cough? Loud! It's definitely being dampened more now, I think. Thank you, Mjolnir. So, we are down to 1 reroll. We still haven't picked up the ball. I've had better. Well, not just agility 3. Skulls. Straight up skulls. I've had better. And so it begins. So yeah, he's set to just not give me decent blocks, basically. No, that's okay. Are you sure? Yeah, definitely. Something like that? Kaplow! There we go. Just over a year, actually, Icehouse. Come on! Yeah, I mean, we met online, obviously. Ages ago. That was not very nice. That was kind of bad. He would have deserved it, Shamatat. With these dice, it could have been any team, to be fair. Yeah, they're not half bad at standard NAF format. Right, see you, Icehouse. Personally, I would have saved my blitz until after the block on the ball. That way, if that block is a push, he could blitz somewhere else. Or he could blitz the ball carrier with someone else, I should say. Like with that lady. This is where you roll skulls! To which the answer is no. This is where you roll skulls, Sage. And that's where you roll 1 or 2. Meh. Better. Well, against zones it is to be expected, but between the perfect defense and the 3 double skulls so far, I do think we have been a tad unfortunate here. That's nice though. That's very, very, very nice. Just what the apple ordered. I have to follow this to get out of the way. But then this guy... do I GF? No, I can't. This one should just get up. Hello there, derived son. Welcome. Sorry, I had to look closely to be able to read. It was dark blue text on a dark gray black background. Alright, so did I miss? No, it's 2 GFIs here. No reroll. Got it. Now the bounce. This is going to be big. There we go. Catch. Such a good skill. Okay. Is it worth keeping this lady busy to get surfed? Or rather the other way around. I don't think so. Well, I have had to reset up my audio processing software. The Joe Maze, thank you for the Prime sub, much appreciated. If I'm screwing up your username, do let me know. Block, such a good skill. So it's 1-1 in Kaz at least, so we do have that going for us. We still have the wizard, and we are once again holding the ball. Yeah, he doesn't have an assist yet. Now he does. Goes for the blockless punch and not punished. Then again, he still has 4 rerolls and +2 fame. So now he's got... Ooh, Nep the Foremost, thank you for the Prime sub. 6 months, you get a new ball. Nice. Now he does have the assist. Oh, it's just the icon for the loyalty subscriber badge. It went from brown to purple, I think. And right now it's got silver bands on it. And when you get to 1 year, it'll have the gold trim instead. And then at 2 years, the gold trim actually gets, you actually get a golden chain wrapped around the ball as well. So what I would have done in his case was put an assist here and then blitz from there. Because then he could have chained me there and had the ball out in the clear instead of stuck in here. It is one of the 2 remaining options right now. So the nice thing is that we have guard next to where the ball is now, which makes it easier for me to get a punch on whoever tries and pick it up. And he can't get this guard on there. So I might still have a shot at this. Also, that's almost tempting for a fireball. Oh, he doesn't go for that. Okay. Okay. He's willing to let me do my own failing. Fair enough. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-player fireball at this stage of the game. Yep. Boom! Okay, good news, bad news kind of situation. I mean, I was kind of going for damage here, of course. That's not very helpful. That's helpful, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was really hoping for an armor break there. That's good, though. Since the guard is down here, because that wrestle really sucked, I guess this is our spot. Bad as it may be. And then we one-die the guard. And we one-die the guard. Good enough. Misclick and select no by mistake. So yeah, it was kind of a shit wizard since I was really hoping for damage on that one. But if we somehow squeeze a touchdown out of it, I'll consider it well spent. Right now, I don't really expect that. Yeah, it did remove the tackle zones. It's going to make him roll some dice. Maybe I should have gotten on there. Sure. But it was targeting 5, so 3 is above average. But it's also targeting armor 7 with Mighty Blow. So no armor breaks is, meh. But yeah, the key point was that I got the ball. And, or rather, got the ball back. Fame is pretty much purely a negative. Or rather, fan factor is pretty much purely a negative. Assistant coaches and cheerleaders, sure, if they don't change the real induced... Oh, that's good. That's good. So reroll gone. And that's a 1 die. That would be a half die. He can't make it... He can't even get a 1 die on the ball without rolling more dice. That is really nice. Yeah, this one blocker is doing a lot of work just by standing there. Okay. So the plan is to crowd instead of to punch the ball. Fair enough. Surprising angle there. Now he could keep me busy here. Yeah, I really should have put another peasant on there, I guess. Because I really don't want this to happen. Yeah, it is really good. Okay, that's nice. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna stand up, keep this busy. You're gonna go there, keep that busy. You're gonna go here, keep this busy. You're sadly also going to stand up. Now this is gonna be a 1 die because of that guard. Push would have been fine. Blood Bowl is such a fun game. Anything can happen. So, I was intending to blitz this one with my ball carrier, of course, so that I could move the peasant back. Right, if I blitz here and run on like there, then the peasant can scream that off. That would have been okay. Ha! I have a babe! Your KOs mean little to me. No, because then the carrier would have been entirely by himself and there would be no way to get him safe. And this way, the 1 die only needed a push, and I had a play that would actually let me run up with cover. So that was the better option. Okay, bye, Liger. He's fine. He's okay. Put him there. Nope. Doesn't matter since he's KO'd. I would have put him there to then blitz there. But I guess this works. Because he's going to pow it anyway. Yep. Oh, that's still my ball. She's going to trip. She's gonna 1 in 9 this. See? Almost. Oh. I have 4 players. I mean, I like foreplay, but this is not quite what I had in mind. Not this turn, I don't. This is pretty bad, even for a game against Zons at this team value. Now, if I were him, I would definitely spend this turn gang stomping Big A. Ha! Are you gonna surf me now? You've missed me losing. There were a lot of double skulls and pickup fails, and I lost the ball, used the wizard. He's still scoring. Oh. That was an interesting call. I guess he's got catch, but I would have moved the ball before doing that. Greedy. 1 in 9 this and you don't score. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have a game. Yep, this was definitely a Knorring threat teaching moment. He could have moved the catcher and handed off even. He only needed to win 1 square. So yeah, the only serfs I'm getting are surfing my own players. Yeah, no chain pushes indeed. So we get only 1 shot at the KO rolls, but we do have a babe. I'm down to 10. He's still got 11 because he's got a bench. Ja, hallo. Wat zeg je? Ja, dat mag. Pak maar een deken, ga maar op de bank liggen. Je mag ook in mijn bed. Dat is goed. Ja, ik snap het, meis. Yeah, fouling definitely makes sense here. I mean, I have 1 tackle. He's Amazon's. Of course he's fouling my tackle. Or? Well, no, she's grabbing a blanket or a cover from my bed and putting it on the couch. Ah! Caught it anyway. Oh, ik ben gewoon een verslag aan het doen van mijn wedstrijd, lieverd. Ga lekker slapen. It's since their bedroom is in the attic, it's so hot up there that she asked if she can come sleep downstairs instead. Thank you to all of my patrons for helping make this channel possible. Would you like players named after you too? Then you can become a patron via the link below. So let's see those KO rolls, huh? We get 3 rolls, and we get 2 out of 3, which is perfectly average. So we're down to 9, and we're on defense. I mean, I've had worse. It's not good, not by far. I've had worse. Something like that, then. Yeah, exactly. If suddenly my tackler starts removing a player every other turn, and maybe the Amazons have some difficulties with their 3+. No, air conditioning is by far not common here. The kind of heat that makes it a necessity used to not be very common either. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Gav. No. No, sorry. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're not overpowered. They are just early heavy. You know, they're kind of like the opposite of chaos. Sneaky gits, Aridigas. I also like that description. The other foul skill, the bad one. I mean, to be honest, I've been to Egypt in 40-degree weather. It's quite doable. The air is so dry, at least where I was, that that it's not nearly as problematic. Up the bank. 40 degrees in Egypt is definitely a lot more tolerable than 30 degrees in the Netherlands is. Yeah, and that's why we need them here too now. So yeah. I'd say we do still have a chance at this. Somewhat. Okay, not picking up on the thrower. I guess he wants the star player points on the catcher. Yeah, exactly. I'm someone who sweats a lot, and so when the dry air makes the sweat functional, it's fine. Good. Now let's get that armor 7 popping. Okay, come at me, sis. Nice one, Dion. Let's see if he'll play as connected when he's holding the ball. Looks like it. That might create some opportunities. Woolen blanket? A woolen blanket. Tips for Kemri. Hope it's not raining. Pick Mighty Blow on your Tomb Guardians just so that they get to guard after that, because if you pick guard for them, they're never getting to Mighty Blow. Get a bench, get Dirty Player. Be willing to use it. Score on your Tomb Guardians if you're really dominating. Score on your Blitz Rush if you have the chance. Score on your Throw Rush if you must. I have no idea, Matthew Worry. I haven't played in CCL or stuff like that for ages. Okay. Are we gonna go for the punch on the Mighty Blow? Yes, we are. Oh, sorry, open seasoning. You should check in the Discord. My bad. Alright, so we got a stun. It could be worse. If I had Mighty Blow, I probably would be. Then again, punching with the tackler kind of makes sense. This peasant is not in a good spot. I really shouldn't have gone here. There. Ah! There we go. Oh. Fen putting in the work as well, keeping the guard from getting into position. Stuns are fine at this stage. Bushes are good too. Die, says Besto. Skulls, mostly. Double skills over double skulls. So yeah, still up against 11 players. Tackler's gonna have to put in some real work soon. I think he's really torn between connecting everything and capitalizing on all of that dodge and keeping his ball protected. Yeah, there was an interesting push play there. Would have freed up the Garter. Garter in here, push there, player out. Would have been nice. Would have been very nice. It's a one die. Okay, so one die here, push the carrier out there. Blitz from here. This is a one die right now. Can we make that two? Yes, we can. Like that. This is also a one die, but we can make that two as well. Good enough, I guess. Or we just blitz 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here, because then we can get a follow-up on the carrier if she doesn't go down. No, because the angle of attack is way better if I manage to move this. Yeah. So. And I'm still going to come in there, though. Good enough. Really bad bounce there. Oh. Not much I can do about that. Not a lot. I'm not GFIing to go here, because that just makes it easier to punch me off. Not going there. Not connecting this. Connecting one die here. That's about it. Yeah. Such a pity. With a decent bounce there, this could have been the play. No, I mean, I got a stun. He's going to have to work a bit. Might roll pickup fail, doesn't have sure hands. Considering the wrestle there. No, not taking it. At this point, I'd say I have 10% at the win, 30% at a draw, 60% at a loss, something like that. Moving away from the ball with the blitz. So really, really assuming the pickup doesn't 1 in 9 with this play. 100% fun. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I've had better. That is true. That is true. Playing Agility 3 is a good way to appreciate elves. Yeah. Good. Fail it once more, please. No, she doesn't. Well, 2 rerolls each now. That's progress, I guess. Hello, Miss In the Way. Oh yeah, agreed, Jester. Still a lot of players I can free up here. That's why you pick diving tackle, so that you can get frustrated when it fails. Okay, yeah, that complicates matters a fair bit, I have to say. So I have 1 guard. And that's also my wrestle. See, that's so dumb. I do have this wrestler, but he's in an awkward angle. Nuffle, I'm not happy with you today. If we half die this, push her there, or wrestle her. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't even reach. we half-die this, then we'd have to half-die that as well. Unless we get really lucky. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Now, if this is a 2-die POW, then we've still only got a 1-die on the ball. So this is still a half-die. Can we make that better? If someone is here, then I could push up there. Assume a push. Yeah. Assume a push, get a POW, even better. So now a 1-die push is enough to get us a 2-die on the ball. Ah, I might reroll that. Yeah. See, a push here would have gotten me that assist for that blitz. Sadly, that did not happen. So now we're looking at a half-die instead. Thank you, Zareth Games, for the sub. I mean, the play was good. Obviously, relying on that half-die to begin with was rubbish, but, well, that's what you get. Well, there's a good reason for that, JFraz. It's called Stunty. Actually, only strip ball would be a doubles. Underworld goblins get mutations on normals. Actually, all Underworld players get mutation access on normals. Unlike Nurgle, who have one player that doesn't. Bye, Liger. Alright, quad skulls. Yeah, thanks, Ezekiel. Yeah, I mean, if you wind up in a situation where you need dice like that, it's nice to almost get them at least. But, normally you'd want to avoid winding up there in the first place. No, it could have been worse. I'm pretty sure people have done so and have recorded it before. I remember there was someone who made videos of all kinds of weird animations you wouldn't normally see. I know I have a video of the Beast of Nurgle leaping when Nurgle was released and I wanted to show off the new team. Get up. Get up. He's got 3 turns, so we're more likely to stop him from scoring than we are to score ourselves, of course. This is going to be a POW and an armor break. Yes, halfway there. And the armor break. There we go. Which makes this a lot more threatening. And that's that. Fen not doing too much here. No more guard to position right now, so that's good. Next turn is probably going to be interesting. No block. That would have been a good time to eat up a reroll at least. Sadly, no such luck just yet. Okay, looks like he's got another one coming up then. This one is also not getting in his way much. Fen's still helping a little bit. Yeah, that's the blitz I was expecting. Both down there would have been lovely. Prevented this. This needs to not be a knockdown, please. Yeah, I can't reach that. Nice, tier car, well done. I agree, Forfisk. I agree. On the one hand, the slight buff, or maybe Nerves of Steel should cancel those. Or Dauntless cancels. Dauntless should cancel Foul Appearance, and Nerves of Steel should cancel Disturbing Presence. That seems fitting. Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. I need a 3+2+2+ to even get a mark. Yes, but Nurgle is what Disturbing Presence is. Literally. So, our goal is to score the 1-1 at this point. Very meh. How much would standing up accomplish? A little bit. Sure. Let's do that. If he decides to stall, this is the guy who scores. Or not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, he's still got a square to spare. Yep. So do trolls. Where's my shot? Both KOs failed despite the babe. That's a tough 2-turn. I could see myself use an apple on a thrall. Sure. Because they are your food. If you run typically when you're vampires, I mean sure, if they are highly developed and you really need to save them. But if you're vampires and you have say five vamps and 3 thralls left, that gets difficult. Your positioning becomes really problematic. Oh yeah, drinking from a prone thrall is good. It's more, once your thralls get actually outnumbered by the vamps, it becomes a lot harder to position in such a way that you always have that opportunity. Right, so... Well, let's see this. Reroll for the baddies. Shit. Can't even afford to. It just gets worse. So this is now my touchdown threat. 6. Can't even bring the garter in. Or can't even bring the catch in. Two, 4, 6. No, that's fine. I'd rather save my last reroll for the last turn. My money's on Money G. James is getting blitzed. Both down here would actually be kind of okay. My only skilled blocker. Yeah, that was a lot of 6s. Pity none of them were for me. Brett's, yeah. Roop. That was rough. That was not great. No reroll GFI here. Not punished. No, this is mostly irrelevant anyway. So, we need a 1 die push, a 4+ pick up. Yeah. And then... No, I'm speaking too soon. Still gonna kill my tapper. Ha! Okay, so 1 die push, 4+ pick up, and 2 GFIs. With a reroll. Or I could make this dodge. Blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would save me the GFI there, but more importantly, it would make it 2 dice with wrestle instead of 1 die without. I think I like that better. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, dodge is good. 2 die is good enough. Oh yeah, Money G bringing in the draw. So good. What do you mean, peasants? That's revolting. And sorry for making a typo in your name, Monkey G. Oh, that makes it a lot better. That makes it a lot better. Oh, good winnings too, so we can get our new blocker. And we did skill someone. Oh, and we skilled Money G too. Nice. Nice, so we have 2 skill ups. That's, so we get a skill on Stygian. And we get a skill on Money G. Which means we have a dirty player. And probably a leader. And I think we might also have a bench. Yeah, that's probably going to be leader. That's definitely dirty player. Thank you, FlamingDude. Yeah, I can just pick it now, actually, because I already know this. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the here. That's passing skill, of course. Go. So I'll just give James a new player. He didn't have one for very long. I have 4 blitzers. Yes. There. And then we still have 50k. I think I'll probably add a bench, because especially now that we have a dirty player. Yeah, that's not. All right. Yeah. That could have been worse. That could have been far, far worse. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, remember to hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my content, then do press the subscribe button and the little bell, and I'll see you around.